What's up, fans and gamers alike? This is Josh Rockstar, and there's one very odd thing that we need to talk about. In the last video, I talked about the online and how it's very, very good. I omitted one thing in particular, and that's the yield of Wumpa coins, because it's something that we need to talk about. There's something very, very interesting going on in the back-end mechanics of the game. And it's something that people are starting to calculate and starting to wonder how it works, and we're going to delve right into that. And what am I talking about? Of course, I'm calling Wumpa time or hot time, whatever we decide to call this thing at the end of the day. What it is a specific amount of time that you have where you're going to get an extra amount of coins racing online as opposed to the regular yield. And I'm on Reddit here with a post by Reddit user Viaowega. He has this thing set to Ripperoo. I guess that's his main. But it talks about how Wumpa coins work in CTR Nitro Fueled. Both the adventure mode, local play, and online. And what it is that there is a base amount of coins that you can win. And you get a certain amount of those base coins depending on how you placed in the race. Obviously 100% of that base coins if you get first place, 90% if you get second, 85% if you get third, and everything else you get 75% of that base. It turns out that tracks are split into tiers, and these are the tiers here. So in tier 1, where you win 20, you have Crash Cove, Dingo Canyon, Dragon Mines, Ruse Tubes, Tiger Temple. In tier 2, where you win 40 coins, you have a bunch of tracks. There's a lot. I will link this in the description. But you have Barren Ruins, Blizzard Bluff, Coco Park, Deep Sea Driving, Hyper Spaceway, Jungle Boogie, Inferno Island, Meteor Gorge, Mystery Cave, Engine Labs, Papu Pyramid, Retro Stadium, Sewer Speedway, Tiny Temple, and Turbo Track. Go down to the tier 3s. These are generally harder tracks, although I don't know about some of the tracks in the tier 2. Like, I kind of consider Hyper Spaceway to be a difficult track. But in tier 3, you have Android Alley, Assembly Lane, Clockwork Wumpa, Cortex Castle, Hard Air Skyway, Out of Time, Oxide Station, Polar Pass, and Thunderstruck. And those are considered harder tracks. Then tier 4, oddly enough, only has 2 tracks, Electron Avenue and Tiny Arena. I guess they're considered the harder tracks. But what has this got to do with this thing called Hot Time? Well, during this Wumpa time or hot time, I think I'm going to call it Wumpa time for the rest of the video, it's quintupled is what it is. So depending on if you're racing that track during this time, you'll make 100 coins in the tier 1s, 200 coins in tier 2, 300 coins in tier 3, and 400 coins in tier 4. In the battle arenas, it's all set to 20, so all the battle arenas are 100 coins if you're racing them in Wumpa time. And we're still trying to figure out when this Wumpa time procs. And if you've played enough online, you'll notice that you'll go from winning like 300 coins racing one of the tracks in that list, like Cortex Castle. After about an hour's time, you race that track again. You're making less than that. You're only making 60 Wumpa coins instead. So Viaowega says here that after that Wumpa time has ended, the rewards become the same as in Adventure, Arcade, local modes for a certain time until rewards get multiplied by 5 again. It seems Wumpa time roughly lasts about an hour of online racing, about 9 to 11 consecutive races depending on the tracks and the time it takes to find your opponents. And listen closely, because here he's theorizing how this works. Since there's probably quotas involved, number of races or earnings per given time until a cooldown is triggered, so when the Wumpa time starts back up. So in theory, it should be possible to space out the races over more than an hour and still benefit from Wumpa time. So I think what he's trying to say is that you have an hour where your time is in Wumpa time, and then an hour when you're off off of Wumpa time, and it'll come back after that. I guess it's the way of the game giving you a good amount of coins and then backing off, not giving you too many coins to that you'll buy everything in the store just super quick. But I don't get this because the store is on a daily deals timer. So once you buy everything, you have to wait until you can buy more stuff. And I guess in the meantime, you can take advantage of this and grind the coins and keep them. But it's just weird how this works. And we're still trying to figure out why this is here at all. Why it doesn't apply to the other modes like adventure mode or arcade or local. We're still trying to figure all these things out, because like the small amount of coins does make a difference in the number of races you're going to have to do to buy just one item in the store, especially if these items range from 1,500 coins and up. And if you're just racing on Crash Cove, well, that's not a lot of coins, and certainly it's going to take you a long time to build up coins in a lot of races. I'm sure that you don't want to do that many races at a time. So I'll keep you guys updated as I get more information about this and as we start to figure out the mechanics of this and how we can game it, so that way we get a good coin yield. But this thing exists, and I don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing yet. So we're gonna have to see as we can figure out more of the mechanics and see why this is here. I'm sure maybe Beanox might make some changes to the system eventually, but I'm just reporting you guys the facts as I have them right now. So tune in to the channel for more updates and more CTR content. My name is Josh Rockstark, and peace out.